about to change. So, we saw the headlines, what happened in Georgia, and now we're in Florida. And you guys, clarified this is going to be not an exhibition. It's going to be a real fight.
No, it's going to be an exhibition.
Oh, hold on. An exhibition with a decision.
Absolutely. It's an exhibition at 195 max weight.
Okay.
10 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
And 12-ounce gloves. And most of you guys know boxing, right? Most of the fights are with 10-ounce gloves. Fighters spar in 16-ounce gloves. 12-ounce and 10-ounce gives you a little bit more safety, which is the key here, given the size difference, but there's a massive experience difference. We will have 3 world-class judges ringside that the commission has approved to ensure there's a rendered decision for the fans. We will not go on their record, but there will be 3 experienced judges, some of the best in the business, giving their view of who won the fight.
So let me just follow up with this then. The Florida statute says that it means an exhibition means a boxing, kickboxing, or mixed martial arts engagement.
You saw the exhibition of Floyd and Logan.
Okay.
So just go with that, and if they weren't trying to hit each other,
fair
tell
enough.
me they weren't
Any
trying to hit
idea
each
what
other.
you think Tank's going to walk in at, 160, 160?
That's up to Tank. What I could tell you is Tank is focused on coming in the best shape of his life. It's not about gaining weight. It's about having the speed advantage.
What can we expect on the undercard? Championship fights?
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, we'll announce 5 fights, 4 of which are title fights. So yes, you can expect to see another MVP fully stacked card. No prospects on a big show like this.
Hey, what's up?
Yes, go ahead.
I first to be unapologetically eclectic. So with a match of this magnitude, 4 years in the making, how do you
How do the fighters compare?
you and as well as we know the fighters train, but you as a promoter.
I mean, look, we started MVP 4 years ago with the mission to be fighter first, right? And I think like this event is exactly that. We're giving Tank a massive platform and opportunity for the world to see who that young man is. He's misunderstood in many ways, but at heart, he is a great human being who has a family and wants to do big things to make an impact on the sport and take care of his family. So we're excited about that. In terms of preparing for this, it's no different than Mike Tyson, than Taylor Serrano. It's just another big event that's on a global scale.
Pizza, is there a rehydration clause at all?
No comment.
Talk about the relationship with Netflix. I mean, like you said 4 years ago you guys started, now you guys are with Netflix, and you guys have a long-term relationship.
Yeah, look, this is our 3rd event in 12 months. A lot of people say, we're going to do more, we're going to do more. I said, look, we did 1 event in 2024, and everyone said, oh, just 1 event? I said, yes, they're testing it out. This is the first time. If it goes well, they're going to do more. Here we are, we're doing our 3rd event in 12 months. This is their 3rd boxing event of 2025. And now they're seeing a couple of marks, right? Like Taylor Serrano 3 did 6.2 million viewers. That's not as big as Paul Tyson or Canelo Crawford, but that's bigger than any other women's product that's out there. So it was a massive success, right? Those 2 women put it on their own after doing 74 million under Mike and Jake. Canelo Crawford, 41 million. I think these 2 men and the card that we're going to put together are going to beat 41 million, and hopefully Netflix will be in boxing for a very long time.
Nakisa, you guys continue to sell out arenas. When can we expect Jake Paul at Madison Square Garden?
We tried a few years ago with Tommy Fury, if you remember, and we did a pre-sale before we realized that Tommy couldn't make it into the country. And MSG said it was the best pre-sale they'd ever seen. It was unbelievable. So we're excited to try to bring a fight here. I would love to make Jake Paul versus KSI at MSG. That is a target of ours for 2026, but we'll see.
Is Anthony Joshua still a target?
Anthony Joshua is 100% still a target. He's trying to fight in February. I think they said in Ghana. They've come out with that, but pending this fight and pending everything coming together, absolutely.
Was there negotiations going on?
Is there what?
Negotiations for the fight going on?
With Anthony Joshua, with Matchroom? Yeah, we have an agreement in principle.
That'll be across seas, or that'll be here in America?
It's got to be in America, baby.
With Jake being ranked 14, how long do you see him before he becomes champion? Is that something you're pushing for next year?
I think it's all about opportunity and to do big events while trying to become champion. So obviously, if you look at the champions of the cruiserweight division, none of those fights are as big as what he's doing with here versus Anthony Joshua versus KSI versus Tommy Fury. But at the right time, that's exactly what he wants to do, of course.
MVP has been doing a lot of great engagement, a lot of numbers. Is there a specific city, state, or even country that you guys are targeting to land the next big event?
I think we're excited to go to Miami for the first time, right? The last time a real boxing event was there was obviously Mayweather and Logan Paul, but at the arena was 2014, so 11 years ago. So we're excited to bring this card. And really, if you look at Mayweather Paul, that card wasn't full of championship boxing. We're bringing you some of the best boxers in the world in Miami, plus the two biggest stars in all of American boxing.
Nakisa, a couple.
Go ahead.
187 DJ Juanito. Why Miami? Why Florida? Could have been Atlanta, another location for this fight. Why particularly this location for this fight?
Look, we looked at Texas, we looked at Georgia, we looked at New Jersey, we looked at Florida. At first, we announced we were going to Georgia, and then it became clear to us that Miami was the right destination for this fight. It's going to be an insane atmosphere. You're going to have such a multicultural environment, and we're super excited by it.
Nakisa.
Jay, Sportbox TV official. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear if they asked, but since Jake is now ranked in the WBC and there's a lot of impact
By WBA.
WBA, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But since he is ranked now, even though this is an exhibition and we're not looking over Gervonta, are there any plans to try to get those belts or any talks of what's going to happen?
Yeah, look, we've been pretty clear. He has two goals: to do big, disruptive crossover events that bring attention to boxing on a global scale and setting up other big fights. So I'll give you an example. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. If that didn't happen, there'd be no Taylor Serrano 3. There'd be no Mario Barros versus Manny Pacquiao. So we want to use these moments to bring outsized eyes and attention to the sport. And he wants to become world champion. Just the right timing and opportunity has to arise. Radio Raheem, any questions?
The Crawford fight was built on the difference in weight. This is a fight we just saw the weight neutralized. Are you or Jake concerned that if Tank neutralizes the weight, there are not other weapons for Jake to use against him?
Look, I'm very concerned. It's comedic to me that people say, oh my God, Tank is too small. Tank is one of the best fighters in the world who's been doing it since age 7. It is second nature to him to be in a boxing ring. Jake Paul, and I love him, he's like my brother to me. He's 5 years in the sport, and he's learning on the job. So we need the size advantage to have a chance in there. That's my true belief.
How serious were the negotiations for Canelo and Anthony Joshua? It seems like this is his third choice. Were those fights close to being made?
Listen, Canelo was the first choice. We believe we had that deal done. Obviously, there was a different outcome. This was the next fight. There was never any discussions to fight Anthony Joshua in 2025. That has always been a 2026 discussion. This was the next fight.
But you do have a deal for 2026.
For Anthony Joshua?
Right.
We have an understanding.
Can you tell us what that understanding is?
To fight each other.
Nakisa.
Man, you asked so many questions. Come on. Go ahead, man.
Explain the decision to go with USADA for drug testing. VADA is often considered the leader in boxing.
I think VADA is the most commonly used in boxing. USADA, truth be told, is a lot more expensive and a lot more intensive, right? Like, fighters have been woken up at 5 a.m. at midnight, and it's just that's what both fighters felt comfortable with, and we said, sure, we'll foot the bill for that, no problem. That just shows you how high these stakes are and how important it is for both guys, because this is a really, really serious match that could really impact their legacies. Because if Jake loses to a man who is 30 pounds lighter than him, or 25, or whatever it may be on fight night, that's a big statement, right? And if Tank loses to a guy who's 5 years in the sport and he's called a clown for 4 years, that's a big statement. So they both wanted to make sure that they were under the most stringent testing protocols.
What's St. Davis get for this fight?
Sorry?
What's St. Davis going to get for this fight? Purse.
What's he going to get purse-wise? You got to ask Tank Davis, man. That's his business, not mine.
When it comes to the round of testing, who came up with the Tank team?
Come up with what?
The testing.
Honestly, almost every fight we've done, testing has been involved. So it's not anything new if you look at it, right? There was VADA testing for Chavez and Jake when we were negotiating with Canelo. We wanted USADA testing. Canelo said no problem, and it just carried over with Al Heyman to the Tank fight. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.